It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Kirk Cousins.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks. You may remember they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
10 more there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert up. That sets up a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap. Fields finding Miller once more, complete. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins now. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings, you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Vikings had 14-2 heading into this final week. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this beat.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rolling to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across mid. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Good footwork in the 30. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cousins on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 50, here's Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on second down. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on second down. Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up in Lambeau, an NFC North battle between Detroit and Green Bay. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. The Lions trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And Cook has it left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, here's an option right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From just shy of midfield.
Fields. And this one too low.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't let them throw it into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On third down, Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go option to the short side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Fields. To the right side, complete to Miller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
They'll run here with Herbert. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get out penalties.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. From you, that could win the game for us.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears now ready to take over again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 1st down throw. Fields steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Fields going to keep it once more. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-17. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Fields throwing again.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out. Looks like right at the 50. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high.
Game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. Slot man moves right. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And rush offensively. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles. But in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror